Are you pleased with yourself?
Just a little tired, to be honest.
Tired of what? Winning World Cups? You won so many now, haven't you?
Winners have parties, it's how it works.
Went all the way to Ahmedabad
I just want to...
for the World Cup final.
Please don't hate me, okay? It's not my fault.
No, it's not. Welcome to the final episode of CEAT TimeOut. I can't help but congratulate the Australian team. This is going to be hard.
Yeah, it's going to hurt.
To recover from. It's going to hurt Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Rahul Dravid, all of whom had so much at stake in this World Cup. But let's start with the winners. Let's be gracious in defeat. Something that the Australians aren't, because you'll never lose World Cups.
Yeah, look, it's going to be hard to take. There's no doubt about it. I mean, there wasn't one area in particular where Team India just went wrong. It was a whole collaboration of mistakes. Even just at the outset, the toss was a really important thing. The wicket was a really important thing. I mean, had this match been in Wankhede Stadium, I think Australia would have lost by 120. And then when it went to Ahmedabad and there was the conditions that we saw there, then it reduced the margins for error and for Team India in particular, especially with the side they picked. You know, Ravichandran Ashwin, in my opinion, on that dust bowl, basically should have played. And even when you think back to Suraj not taking the new ball, that took him out of play.
Yeah.
And look, there were so many little things. Again, Australia's superb fielding, sublime fielding. I said this in the last episode, in episode 7. It's a defensive side that wins these matches. You can be offensive at certain points. Take Marnus Labuschagne. Defensive, got Australia home. Without that innings, was nothing special. It was no different to a Virat Kohli type innings or a KL Rahul innings. But the difference was, again, defensively. That catch Travis Head took off Rohit Sharma, who's an offensive player, was just, it was a game changer. It was a match turner in that very moment. So many little things that just went wrong.
Yep. If this was at the Wankhede Stadium, we would have actually felt like it was 100,000 people.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have been quiet. Ahmedabad? I'm a Bombay boy, so I'm going to next time I don't want that from Ahmedabad, right? Just making sure.
It was so quiet.
You could be heard. It was so quiet.
Apparently.
I think Watto called it a library.
Apparently I was a boombox. I was getting sledged in media back home. What's louder than a jet engine? Hayden's commentary.
Oh my God. All right. Let's look. The World Cup's come to a close. Well done to Australia and to Pat Cummins. I mean, who would have thought after they went down in their first 2 games that they'd bounce back and boss their way through to the final. So let's have a look at the CEAT batter charts as the World Cup comes to a close. Remember, this was designed just to tell you the top performers, and Virat Kohli. You could feel that bittersweet emotion when he walked up to collect the Player of the Tournament award. Kohli ends number 1 on that chart. Quinton de Kock says goodbye to ODI cricket for South Africa, finishing 2nd. Rachin Ravindra, he'll be a story for this World Cup. Maxie's there too. Nice to see Maxi. Had 1 ball to hit in the World Cup final, but got the wicket of Rohit. Daryl Mitchell, Shreyas Iyer round up the batting chart. It's a monumental achievement, though. We've seen some history this World Cup head horse with Virat Kohli. The number of runs, the 50th ODI 100. Can't help but feel he's feeling like Tendulkar in 2003 when he went and collected the Player of the Tournament award with India finishing 2nd.
You never want to see a champion like Virat Kohli in a situation where he's collecting something when his side has just been hammered, in a World Cup final. That is a terrible feeling. And so, look, he is the performer, though, from a batting sense. 765 runs, averaging 95. That's an extraordinary performance in any World Cup. Certainly wasn't his fault, as it wasn't pretty much anyone's fault on the day. That was just the result that we got.
All right, well done, Virat Kohli and Quinton de Kock, to the standout batters of the tournament. What about the standout bowlers? And again, it's interesting here. India dominate the CEAT batter charts. India dominate the CEAT bowler charts because Mohammad Shami is right up there with 27 points. And he only came in halfway through the tournament. It's an extraordinary achievement. Took the new ball as well in the final. It's been the tournament for Mohammad Shami, though. He's India's most prolific World Cup bowler too. Again, a shame he's ended up on the losing side, but individually, he gave us a lot to be excited about.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And he gave you everything to the point of the final. And then I think just that little shift in thinking with Rohit Sharma, opening the bowling with him. Ricky Ponting said it on commentary with the old ball, or the older ball, is averaging 9. When he comes to the new ball, he's averaging 30. So that was a shift in thinking, and maybe a little tempo change, something that they had a strategy against. And to be fair, Travis Head looked like he was going to get out every ball for about his first 40 balls. Shami was actually doing too much, can you believe? He was just, again though, presenting great seam, hitting the areas that Shami hits and didn't have the luck.
Yeah. Adam Zampa, the only Aussie on that list.
Yeah, and had a great, and I said this the last episode, the only reason why Australia are actually at the semis and then the finals was Adam Zampa. His contributions through this tournament, highest wicket taker for Australia. I think all the leggies, performed admirably. But he was my number one pick, from the leggies' point of view for this World Cup.
Okay, we've had a couple of semi-finals. We've had a final. Sport Drive Performance of the Week, Matthew Hayden.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Travis Head. I mean, what a Superman performance. Simple as that. 200 runs in the finals, or just a tick below. Not just the runs, but the way he went about his runs. Let me tell you, it is so hard to play fearless cricket in finals. It is impossibly hard when you've got 100,000 people that are screaming in your face, and to walk out there in that cauldron and to play gutsy cricket, it is just super impressive. He's been magnificent. And that 100 yesterday was just courage under fire. The ball was swinging miles, seeming miles. So on a slow one as well. So just his ability to be able to go, I'm going to hang in there as much as I can here. And all of a sudden the wicket started to flatten out a little bit under the lights, and he took India to a new place that they just couldn't believe they were going to. So incredible performance.
Well done, Travis Head. And since the tournament has also come to a close, it's time for the Sport Drive Performance of the tournament. Now, Kohli is leading wicket taker, leading run scorer, could have been wicket taker.
Got one ball.
Should have bowled more. Shami leading wicket taker.
Yeah.
Australia win it. So who have you gone with?
I've gone with Virat Kohli just because it's a record-breaking season in a World Cup for him. He's definitely giving himself every opportunity for his team to win this tournament just through the sheer mass of runs, consistency, individual brilliance. I mean, even in contributions in the field, catches, his fielding efforts have been superb. Dropped that one catch in the final yesterday, which was a no attempt. But other than that, he had pretty much a spotless, flawless campaign.
All right. How about you guys getting an award and a mention yourselves? The Predict and Win contest winners. Well done to all of you. It's been a terrific World Cup. So many moments to savor. India's dominating performance through the league stage in the semi-final. Their fast bowlers, the rise of Afghanistan, South Africa and New Zealand in the semis. England. What do you call them? Everyone gets a bye against England.
Yeah. There was a couple of nasty calls, wasn't there, that I made?
We've seen Maxi play the best innings ever. We've seen a timed out. It's been an eventful tournament with Australia as champions eventually. What a boring finish.
Yeah. But look, congratulations to all of you guys that decided to get on with this. And, you're a smart bunch. You always know the little juicy tidbits that we don't. So please just email me some tips in the future, will you? Congratulations to those winners.
Thank you very much, Matthew
Bye-bye.
Hayden. And thank you for joining us right through the World Cup on CEAT TimeOut. We'll be back with some very exciting content real soon, so don't go anywhere. Until then, Australia champions again.